Hi everyone, Everything Spice here. What I'm doing today is a veggie lasagna. I know, right? Some people are on low carb diets, keto diets, or have stomach issues where they can't have a lot of, gluten, or they can't have a lot of, carbohydrates. So diabetic diets, things like that. So we want to have alternatives. So what I'm doing is eggplant, zucchini, and mushrooms, button mushrooms. Any vegetable that you think would go into a lasagna will do, but I am roasting it. So I have it at 400. I've been doing it for 12 minutes right now. I'm going to do 15, flip them over, and then do a few more minutes. But they're sliced thin, so be careful as far as temperature and length of time, because you do want to have some texture. But they're roasting, and let me see if I can show you. It's hot and they're steaming like a demon. So there you go. We got the mushrooms, we got the zucchini, the eggplants on top. And that's a lot, right? And I put olive oil, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. That's it. Because I'm going to be putting in a lasagna with mozzarella, ricotta, and tomato sauce, marinara. So you really want to not too overspice it. Here it is. So get your ovens ready. We're doing veggie lasagna on Everything Spice. See you soon. Okay, here we go. Now this is what it looks like. Now what we're going to do is cool them down a little bit. So this is the eggplant. Ooh, Nelly, look how thin. Now I had Joseph cut these for me. But you can always cut them thicker if you want to. But this is what it looks like roasted. After about 15 minutes, this is what it is. There it is. And I'm going to leave it at this point, let it cool down a little bit, and then we will assemble. So, okay, here we go. Let's start. Now what I have here is some delicious ricotta. Okay. I got ricotta, and I have it with an egg yolk. I have salt and pepper, and I have, nutmeg, a little zhuzh, just a sprinkling, not much. And then zhuzh that together. Mozzarella cheese I'm going to add in between the layers. So, sauce on the bottom. I'll just do one layer so you can see. You could do it any way you want to, but make sure you put some Pam or whatever you got in your house. I'm going to do layers of, let me get my hands in here, I know. So, I'm going to layer it with one versus the other. I'm going to put eggplant and then zucchini. So it's not really any rhyme or reason to it. Just throw it in the pan. The bottom layer has whatever. You just put whatever you can in there. Doesn't have to be pretty. The top part is what we're focusing on. So get the best pieces for the top. You know what I'm saying? The crappier pieces you can just put on the bottom and nobody will know the difference. They ain't going to see it, right? And that's what you do for the bottom. But make sure, it's only going to have 2 layers. So any bad pieces just stick in between. But that's what it's going to look like. Sprinkle with some mushrooms so that it's even, right? Look at that goodness. Ooh, Millie. Look at that. Now, I love it. And just spread it out so it looks pretty even, right? And like I said, any vegetable will do. You don't have to go with the ones that I personally like. But I love this. And it's so budget friendly because it's really not that expensive. And I spiralized trying to do spirals. I just bought a spiralizer, so we're going to put that in there too. It's pretty cool though. You can have spaghetti and everything with this stuff now. Look at this. Spiraled eggplant. Oh, and you can use it as a necklace if you want to. All right, I'm going to put that there like that. And then I'm going to add my ricotta to the bottom. All right, cheese on top of that. And the cheese that I'm doing is like a mild cheese. Mozzarella, provolone, these are the cheeses that are Italian. But if you like something else, I'm going to put all of it in. Let me try some. I know I had an egg in it, but I don't care. So good. It's so good. Now that is amazing. I'm going to put the whole thing in. Done. Spread it out. Spread it out. And this is a 2-layer lasagna. I know it looks like a lot of vegetables, but it really isn't as much as you think. And this is like a small pan. You can do a 9x13, but this is not. This is like a brownie pan. That's what I'm using. All right, let me get the mozzarella. All right, now I'm going to use the mozzarella if I need. You can use any brand. You can use cheddar, whatever. I have mozzarella, and there's a 4-cheese pizza. So you can use pizza cheese. You can use whatever you want. Okay, just put the cheesies on top of that. Let me see. Why can't you see any of this? Let me move this over a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing here. See what I see? Let me see if I can push it a little bit so you can see it. Maybe, baby. Maybe not. Oh, whatever, let me do it this way. Hang on. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay. So then, I still have my oven heating, right? Put whatever you want on here as far as cheese. Then what I'm going to do, I need more cheese than that. I'm going to add more cheese. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put another layer of the eggplant, zucchini, mushroom mix, tomato on top of that. I'll show you a picture of it. Into the oven at 350 degrees for at least a half hour, 45 minutes. Cover it for at least a half hour. Uncover it to brown. And join me on the other side for vegetable lasagna, baby. It is raining cheese on everything spice. Yeah, woo. All right, so this is what it looks like, all assembled. Then what I'm going to do is add the rest of the tomatoes on top. You don't have to use so much, less is more, as they say. And what I'm going to do is just blend it in to the edges, just like that. Look at that. And you can use white sauce too if you wanted to, like Alfredo, if you didn't like tomato. As an alternative, they have other options too, like vegan. You don't like tomatoes. Not everybody does. Add some more cheese, and I have this cheese, a 4-cheese blend, which I like a lot. And I'm going to add that to it, cover it with aluminum foil, and then I'm going to bake it. Okay, join me on the other side for the final product. This is my version of veggie lasagna, baby. Veggie lasagna. It is so good. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I want you to try it at least before you say you don't like it. All you veggie haters out there. Come on now. How do you know you're not going to like it if you don't try it? Join me on the other side. All right. So let's see what happens under the lid. It's done. Let's see. Ooh, Nelly, look at that. I'm telling you right now, I would be pressed to ask anybody to say that this does not look like a regular lasagna. It looks amazingly cheesy and pleasy, baby. So it's 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, uncovered for another 10 minutes or more, depending on your oven, right? And then I put the broiler on low for a little bit just to give it color. And now the secret to the success of this is what, Joseph?
Letting it sit before you cut it.
Exactly, because of the fact that it's vegetable, and I'm going to get choked up just thinking about this. Because I want to eat it right now, is that you have to wait at least, how long? You said 20 minutes, half hour?
Yeah, like beef, when you cut roasts and stuff.
Okay, so you're gonna let it rest, and I would recommend just covering it just because you don't want like it to be cold by the time you do that. And then we'll cut into it and I'll show you the picture of it. But thank you so much for joining me. Join me next time. Be safe, my friends.